Ukraine to receive $50 billion transfer from frozen Russian assets /
Opening of the 25th session of the Nghệ An Provincial People's Council, Term 18.
Wooden fish bookcase for children in Nghệ An province.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Zhang, your host. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced that Ukraine is set to receive $50 billion in frozen Russian assets held by the United States and the European Union in the coming weeks.
Winter, weaponizing the weather.
Secretary of State Blinken confirmed that the move is part of a coordinated effort between the U.S. and the EU to support Ukraine. Blinken said that the allies are continuing to work to provide Ukraine with the financial resources and necessary resources to support its economy and defense capabilities. This includes providing ammunition, air defense systems, missiles, and armored vehicles. According to Blinken, the plan to support Ukraine has been agreed upon by the U.S. and the EU at the highest level. The procedure for transferring funds derived from proceeds of frozen Russian assets to Ukraine is now being finalized. Meanwhile, senior EU leaders have also sent a strong message that the bloc will always support Ukraine until the end of the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
The main opposition Democratic Party said on Thursday its plans to vote on a motion to impeach President June at 7 p.m. local time on Saturday.
Previously, the opposition party officially submitted a bill to impeach President Yoon to the country's National Assembly, following the president's unsuccessful attempt to impose martial law. The impeachment stated that President Yoon Suk-yeol's declaration of martial law paralyzed all political activities in South Korea, was an act that exceeded his authority and seriously violated the Constitution and democratic principles. The opposition also demanded the resignation of the president and all members of the government, and the dismissal of the defense minister. With the opposition's majority position in the National Assembly, this impeachment is a big challenge for Yoon Suk-yeol and the current minority government of South Korea.
On the morning of December the 5th in Vinh City, the People's Council of Nghệ An Province Term 18, tenure 2021-2026, opened the 25th session.
At this session, the Provincial People's Council will consider and decide on many important contents on the socio-economic situation in 2024. The Socio-Economic Development Plan for 2025, the results of the implementation of the budget revenue and expenditure estimates for 2024, the budget estimates and allocation plans for 2025, the situation and results of the implementation of the Public Investment Plan for 2024, the expected Public Investment Plan for 2025, Development Investment Capital Plan from the central budget to implement 3 national target programs in 2025, adjusting the medium-term Public Investment Plan for the period 2021 to 2025 from local budget sources. The Provincial People's Council will also discuss and consider approving 47 draft resolutions in various fields, including many very important contents directly affecting the development of the economy, society, culture, education, health and people's lives.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Despite global economic uncertainty, Vietnam has seen strong growth in FDI inflows, with actual inflows hitting a record high of $23.2 billion in 2023. surpassing the previous record of $22.4 billion in 2022. As of October 2024, total realized FDI increased by 8.8% year-on-year to $19.6 billion, marking a 5-year high. According to economic experts, the bright spot in attracting FDI in Vietnam recently is Vietnam's FDI activities in the semiconductor and artificial intelligence sectors.
According to information from the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, Vietnam is scheduled to host the first UN Tourism Conference on Tourism for Rural Development and the second annual meeting of the UN Tourism Best Tourism Village Network, with the event scheduled to run from December 9th to December 11th in the central province of Quang Nam. The event will attract the attention of the global tourism community, domestic and international media. This is a golden opportunity for the Vietnamese tourism industry to promote the image, brand, and especially the potential and strengths of Vietnamese rural tourism to international friends.
In 2025, Nghệ An province will both focusing on striving to successfully achieve the socio-economic development goals of the entire 2021 to 2025 period and streamlining the organizational structure and successfully organizing party congresses at all levels. Among the 28 main targets of 2025, Nghệ An Provincial People's Committee sets a target of GRDP growth rate of about 9.5 to 10.5%, state budget revenue of 17.726 billion VND, export turnover of $4.5 billion, GRDP per capita of about 71 to 72 million VND, poverty rate according to multidimensional standards to decrease by about 1 to 1.5%.
Moving on to today's story. For children in remote areas, accessing books and forming a reading habit is still a small but difficult dream to achieve. Therefore, the Wooden Fish Bookcase project was established so that geographical distance or other difficulties are no longer barriers preventing students from accessing new sources of knowledge.
The Wooden Fish Bookcase project was officially launched in 2016 by a group of young people, with the mission of bringing knowledge and building a reading culture in schools in Nghệ An area. The project mobilizes contributions from benefactors, including books, newspapers, and finance, then designs compact bookcases that are convenient for use.
I have witnessed the difficulty in accessing reading sources for children, so I have supported the books that I like to help them.
Before coming to the schools, project members must carefully learn about the age, interests, and reading ability of the students. For schools with many ethnic minority students, books on life skills and many illustrations will be selected. In particular, the content checking stage is very important.
When receiving books, we open them to check, filter out inappropriate information, avoid incorrect thoughts.
Each student will take turns taking on the position of librarian in the Fishwood bookcase. Thereby, the project helps students create better reading habits.
Our goal is not only to bring a lot of books to schools in difficult areas, but also to help change people's awareness of reading, choosing books and knowledge that can change their lives.
Up to now, the project has deployed more than 200 bookcases in schools in Con Quang, Khe Shan, Tuon Gian districts in Gh. Thanks to Fishwood Bookcase, millions of pages of books have been opened. Thousands of students have had the opportunity to access many useful books with new sources of knowledge.
It's the end of today's news. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.